Hey, good morning, risers. This is Dr. Patricia Joe Grover, the goal achievement strategist and the queen of retaking, reshaping, and remaking lives, businesses, and futures. Here I am with you. This is a Friday morning. Well, actually, now it's a Friday afternoon. I woke up with a headache today and had a hard time getting going, but I'm rising above that challenge. Actually, I've had a little bit of a headache for a couple days now, and somebody just told me they that I was with around on Sunday, and they said they've come down with influenza. So um, I'm going to say that I'm not getting that. That's what I'm going to believe. I'm going to choose to believe that. So grab your coffee or tea and come hang out with me. I know I'm late getting going this afternoon, but that's what it's all about. It's keeping going no matter what. Mm, got my coffee here. Risers. So this week I'm talking about our having an emotional check, right? And our emotional intelligence, our EQ. And I want to talk today because yesterday I shared some stuff about thinking about what our thoughts are, right? Our emotions affect our thoughts, which is true. But I want to bring up the difference between what your emotions are in comparison to your feelings, because they both can control our thoughts, right? And whatever controls our thoughts controls what happens in our lives. So it all goes back, no matter what, it is all going to go back. Everything is going to go back to our belief systems, the belief windows that we look out, the lens at which we look at life. So, talking about wanting you to be able to rewire a few things. So, living outside the box, the goal achievement strategist guide to reaching your full potential it's because it's your life. Every single one of us have our own lives to live. So, it's finding the ways to make ours the most successful as possible for us, right? Okay, risers. So, what is the difference? What is the difference between a feeling and an emotion? So our feelings, you've heard of, yeah, oh, I have that gut feeling. Okay, there's that feeling that you have in the pit of your stomach about something, or you're feeling scared. You're feeling so those scared isn't an emotion, it's a reaction. And feeling that feeling you get in your stomach is not an emotion. So there's a difference between the feelings and emotions. So, but they all affect our thoughts, and our thoughts are affected by our feelings also. Because if we're feeling a certain way and that certain emotion is on us, we're going to tend to think a certain way or a different way than we may usually think. Whereas a feeling can affect our thoughts in a way that it sets them, and it's almost sets our intentions without us even realizing it. So learning between the two and learning to have an understanding of why it is you are having those thoughts, why you're having those feelings, and why you're having those emotions. So I had talked yesterday and shared the link and talked about my book, the growth journal, the growth and gratitude journal, because journaling is a very, very key in helping you to be able to determine what it is. If you're putting what's in your heart and what's in your mind down on paper, and then you can go back and revisit it. So if you have something that has happened sometimes in your life and you have different reactions going towards them, and it doesn't click for you, you don't understand why it is you're having them, it's very much associated to what your emotions you have going on that day, what feelings, the thoughts you've been having. So when you journal, you can go back and check that out. And then you can say, "Hey, I'm gonna find a way to switch things up so I'm not having these same reactions because they are reactions. How we choose to react to something and emotions that are attached to some things. Sometimes we can make sure that we're not having that quite as strong of a reaction to something, especially if it's something, that, anger, something that angers you, something that frustrates you, maybe you can control that. And that's what I'm talking about, risers. Learning to use these things as tools. Okay, risers, until next time, rise above the challenges that life bring your way and have a great day.